We need to change the legislature in Arizona, but we also need to change Congress. For the first time, a Democrat has come out this early in CD8 to run against Trent Franks. Her name is Brianna Westbrook. Yeah. Sorry. I'm drinking Jägermeister, so if I'm a little short or slow on something, what?
Hey,
you know
watch the short jokes,
hey,
would you?
Easy, Turbo.
Don't you tell me easy.
Hard.
Yeah.
It's the birthday weekend. Woohoo. But yeah, so we have Brianna Westbrook, who's going to be on one of our future shows. She was supposed to be on tonight, but for those of you that are like the three of us sitting at this table, we're Bernie-crats.
Woohoo!
Bernie is in Mesa right now.
Boy!
He's doing a thing in Mesa right now, so Brianna went to that because it was a really good opportunity for her since she's first time into politics. She's also wanting to be the first transgender congressperson.
I think that's fucking awesome.
Amazing and brave.
Yeah, very, very brave.
Yeah.
Because she's going to take a beating on that one. But hopefully we can help get her messaging so that is not the issue. Okay. You're going to still have your knuckle draggers and mouth breathers that are still going to, but you're going to find people that are pissed off enough now that they don't care, and that's where we need to be. We've got candidates popping up all over the state. Of course, you have the ones that ran or that are currently in the legislature that are going to be rerunning mostly. I think most of them are. I think Leah Alston is out, though. I think she's termed out.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Katie Hobbs is going to switch and run for Secretary of State. Whoopsies. My bad.
Can we talk about her for a second? I'm sorry. Can I
okay.
just say my piece on her?
Yes, go right ahead.
Okay.
We have you on the show tonight because we want you to say your piece.
Okay, this is Kelly Thornton. I was a Bernie delegate to the DNC. And it was really like crashing a wedding party that we were not invited to. And Senator Katie Hobbs and Representative Charlene Fernandez of Yuma were the ringleaders of bullies who actually told us that their votes counted more than ours did and that we should shut up because they are senators and representatives and that our voices don't count. So with that, it just... people would be astonished to see how the people representing them behave in public. Mm. It was embarrassing, and she really, it was a hard time.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. Even though,
we all can have differing opinions.
Yeah,
you don't have to be
an ass, right?
Exactly.
Or a bully.
Now, I did hear that if you hold assholes underwater for a long time, they won't be assholes anymore.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Of course, that's the same thing they say about Baptists, too.
Oh, God.
So, it's really tough because sometimes you do get representatives and senators and politicians and stuff that kind of like to toot their own horn, and then because of the power that they have and the experience they have, they kind of feel that they're a little above others. Entitled. That would be a good word.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to get entitled people out of office and put people that give a shit in office.
And you know
really
what?
Care.
If everybody is pissed off, if you're feeling entitled about something where you're getting fucking kudos for, fine. But own that shit. If all your constituents are like, you know what, we really don't agree with this. Oh, well, what do you know? Well, obviously not a lot because we voted for you.
Well, that's the thing with the Jeff Flake thing. There was a lot of comments and stuff about how people were rude to him and this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, don't you think it's kind of rude of him, who's supposed to be representing everybody in the state of Arizona, that he refuses to actually listen to? And if somebody disagrees with him, he's like, well, I'm sorry, we disagree. Well, if your constituents are telling you this is what they want and you do the opposite, you're the problem because you're supposed to be representative of your constituents. Whether you're a legislator, a congressperson, a senator, whatever, you're still supposed to be listening to your constituents.
I'm going to get daggers for this, but I have to give Jeff Flake some props for actually showing up.
Well, we got to give him props for showing up.
Yeah.
And for extending the time of his town hall by an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So kudos to Senator Flake because he did. He stayed in there and actually listened to people for an hour and a half longer than he was supposed to. So, yeah, that's a good thing. He was still an asshole to everybody there. and was really rude in some of his responses, and everybody knows how entitled he is now after that. But he did stay in there. He showed up at the town hall knowing that it was going to be a bloodbath and knowing that he was going to have a hard time. He stayed there. He answered the questions. Well, he acted like he was answering the questions, and he stayed longer. So kudos for that, Senator Flake. You get Koopy doll points for that. Unfortunately, the negatives all take the Koopy dolls away, so you're still, in the red. So you need to work on that. And by working on that, you need to stop following the Trump way, okay, and start representing people in Arizona, because that's who you work for.
He needs to grow up here. They all do. They need
they need a set.
Yeah.
You guys in office, you need to grow a set. And I'm not just talking about the guys. I'm talking about all of you.
Yep.
You need to grow a set. Whether you're men or women, grow a set and represent your people. Right?
I would think so, yeah. I mean, I've never understood the mentality of, you know what, all different people voted for me. People of different ways of life, but then I'm not supposed to represent all of them. I'm only supposed to represent the people like myself. It's like, well, people other than your people like you voted for you, so why don't you feel the need to fucking represent them all?
Well, it's the same thing at the legislature.
Drives me nuts.
25% of the people in Arizona consider themselves secular, not Judeo-Christian. And we get no representation at the Capitol. And when somebody does represent us at the Capitol, then they get shot down, they get humiliated. It really is. We got to do something about taking the politics out of politics, because, or I should say, we need to take the politics out of governing, because that makes more sense. And Congress is going to be one of those things. I haven't heard who's going to be run. They had a so-called Democrat pop up in CD2 to go against Martha McSally. Turns out that the guy is actually a registered Republican who filed with the FEC?
FEC, yeah.
To run as a Democrat against McSally in CD2. So he's actually a Republican running as a Democrat. The question is, Arizona Democratic Party, since he's running as a Democrat, are you going to support him?
That's the $10 million question.
CD1, what's CD1? I can't remember where CD1 is.
I can't either.
Well, we know that Kirsten Sinema is running again in CD9.
9.
Now, she's apparently going to have a challenger.
Oxel.
Who?
His name is Oxel.
Oh, no, I don't know that one.
Yeah, he's running against her.
I thought Talia Fuentes was also running against her. That's what I heard. I don't know. I haven't seen an announcement yet.
No, his name is Oxel Bello.
Uh-huh.
He's an independent.
Okay. Boy, he's got an uphill battle.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And he's learning. He's asked me a lot of questions and about endorsements and he's progressive.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just going to need, oh my God, a buku amount of signatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's running in CD9, so he doesn't. If he actually gets enough signatures to get on the ballot, chances are, if he does, he'll be challenged, because that's what the Democratic Party does.
Mm-hmm.
When your candidate has an opponent that you want, you challenge them.
Is Sinema actually a Democrat?
Yeah, well,
They haven't.
that is up for debate at this point. Okay, there's a lot of debate that goes on with that question.
There's the term Dino that gets tossed around quite a bit when her name comes up.
So I'm not sure about how that's going to work. So we don't know about CD1. We know that McSally is going to rerun in CD2, and that there's a Republican running as a Democrat, the challenger. We don't know if there's an actual Democrat running against her yet. We were hoping that Victoria Steele would take another run at it, but
I like her.
Yeah, she's a great lady. Funny thing is, and I'm probably going to take daggers for this one, we were on a conference call, and somebody at the state party was kind of dragging her in the mud. And
Shocker.
Huh?
Shocker.
Well, you probably know exactly who it was. Okay, because you met her. I think she punched you. And that's the way. I mean, that's the thing is when stuff like that is happening behind closed doors, it really is disrespectful, especially with Victoria Steele, she's been at the legislature in Arizona. She's given her time, her effort, and everything to be able to do that. That's where Ann Kirkpatrick used to be. Who took her place?
Sorry, I actually just found the map for CD1.
Yeah, but who took her place?
I
Because
don't-
she ran for Senate against McCain,
Uh-huh.
which means that somebody else would have had to have run in her place. And I know that Matt Hines and Victoria Steele ran in CD2. CD3, no friggin' idea what the hell that is. CD7, I think, is Ruben Gallegos, and he'll probably win with a landslide because he's a good guy. He actually gives a shit.
He's learning too.
Yeah, and he's learning how to play the game and do it
Yeah.
right. So kudos to Representative Gallegos.
Woo!
We got
Yeah.
your back, man.
Thank you for
We're here.
changing your mind on healthcare as well.
Here's
Yeah.
here's CD3.
CD3 is like the armpit of Arizona. It's down below
But we
Tucson
still love you.
and stuff. We still love you, but yeah, you're like most of the district is bordering Mexico. So for those of you in CD3, you need to start thinking about desalinization in the Gulf of or Baja California.
Mhm.
Is that what it is, or is it Sea of Cortez?
No, I think
Anyway,
it's Baja.
Down in there, because we can create jobs in Mexico, we can create jobs in in Arizona, and we can bring water in, which is something that the desert place of Arizona really kind of needs a little bit more of.
And it seems like it keeps shrinking because a couple of years ago, it's like, okay, we have like 7 years left, but they're still building. So that's taking more. So
That's a whole nother show.
no, but I know, but I'm saying, okay, let's do something.
Let's do something about
before
it.
we all shrivel up and die.
Yeah, and we actually had that as part of our platform when we ran for office, was to create desalinization with Mexico, work together.
Most brilliant idea ever.
Well, yeah, but you can see how far that got us.
Yeah.
We
Seriously.
lost. Hey, that's a picture of me.
It's a photo bomb with Joey.
I see Joey in the background. That's great. The dog is looking out the RV window going, what the fuck are you guys doing out there? So anyway, let's go to CD4. We don't know if we have any candidates in CD4 yet. CD4 is a very big district. We need somebody that's really good to run against Gosar. I think if we can get a decent candidate with really good speaking skills, has a little bit of public experience.
I'd love to do it, but
Do it.
I have too big of a mouth.
So what? Button it.
That would be awesome.
Tact is overrated.
Yeah.
I lost.
Although we were able to keep her from swearing during the clean elections debate. That was pretty cool. That would have been funny,
yeah, my
though.
same problem.
Well, it's because I was
That's
too
not a
busy slurping blood from biting the inside of my lip.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have a whole bunch of people, politicians in one room. CD5. Where is CD5? CD5. Duh. That's half of our district, CD5. Oh, my God. So that would be Andy Biggs. We need to have a really good Democrat run against him. I would actually like to see more primaries, Democratic primaries, because I'm tired of seeing the Democratic Party not get any news media attention during the primary because we never have any primaries.
Well, you
Yeah,
know what
that's right.
stirs up the Democrats? When you stick a Green Party candidate in their fucking blue Dem district.
Gosh.
We wouldn't know anything.
No, we
about
wouldn't
that.
know anything about that.
We love you, Kara.
She's in El Paso right now. I think she's probably not listening in.
Oh, we still love her.
A friend of ours wanted to run for office and didn't know enough to really think it. So we talked to her several times about it. And she decided to run as a Green Party candidate. She made it on the ballot and ran in LD26, which is total Democrat. So it's kind of like she was running as a Green Party in a Democrat district, just kind of like we were running as Democrats in a red district. So she had the same ass kicking that we did. But it was a good experience for her. And I think that's one of the things that people need to do is start getting people that aren't politician types and actually get them to start running for office and training them how to run for office. Not the Democratic Party way, but as a candidate way, regardless of political party. And I think, let's see, so that's CD5, CD6. Where is CD6? I have no idea what CD6 is.
Alexa. Yeah, let me Google.
She just was like, what?
For CD6.
Yeah. And then CD7 is, of course, Representative Gallegos. 8 is Trent Franks, who's going to be hopefully coming up against Brianna. We got to get her signatures fast. We got to get her ass on the ballot quickly. That's 8, and then 9, of course, is Kirsten. She's posting a whole bunch of sponsored ads right now about how they're trying to target her. I don't know why the Republicans would target her. She keeps voting with them. So,
Exactly.
No shit.
so
Seriously.
yeah, and I'll probably get in trouble for that one too.
Too bad. I mean, if you
for
can
those of you that
totally
are
for
listening
your-
right now that are members of the Democratic Party, remember that this is my radio show, and if I want to diss the Democratic Party, it's my option. Okay.